Having finished up an after-school trip to the supermarket by the station, where I picked up 3 days' worth of food, I'm briskly making my way back to the dorm. The contents of the plastic supermarket bag dangling from my hand: 6 cans of vegetables and beans, a head of lettuce, a box of corn cereal, a carton of milk, and a bottle of oolong tea. If Amane happened to see this assortment of groceries, she'd probably get on my case about my tragically bland diet. Not that I can really argue with that description. The thing is, though, my appetite is borderline defective. I almost never get the urge to eat anything in particular. Since I don't have much in the way of preferences, my simplistic food choices are only natural. It's not really something I can change about myself. There were stretches of my life where my diet consisted entirely of hard old bread so crusty I had to soak it in water before I could sink my teeth into it. Compared to that, anything seems delicious. My private cell phone begins to buzz in the pocket of my uniform, emitting that familiar electronic jingle. It's just as unpleasant now as it was the first time I heard it. More spam was my first thought. But after my classmates seized my email address a few days ago, I've been getting messages from them relatively frequently. The most frequent sender would be Amane. Her messages are often, "Where are you at the moment?" type inquiries about my situation, followed by, "What do you want to eat tonight?" style survey questions about the dinner menu, which tend to leave me racking my brains for an answer. And finally, "Limited time sale 4 p.m. today. Buy a pack of large eggs from Shoei," and other requests to run errands for her. Mixed in with Amane's frequent messages, I've also gotten mail from Sachi. Things like, "I have discovered a beehive hanging under the roof of the PE warehouse. I'm sending this message in the hope that you might be able to assist in the extermination." That one's a pretty typical example. They tend to be polite invitations to join unified peacekeeping operations around the school. Well, since those messages are at least approach meaningful communication, they're not comparatively too bad. After all, there was that one email from Michiru that arrived in the middle of the night. After opening that particular message, I stared at the screen blankly for a good 3 seconds before finally cocking my head to the side in a rare gesture of complete confusion. The mail's contents: "Shut up, shut 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 up, die, 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 hate, 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 hate." And although I tried to remember what I'd done, anything to offend Michiru lately, no satisfactory explanation presented itself. Which isn't to say nothing came to mind, of course. If anything, so many things occurred to me that it was hard to pin down any one particular incident that might have inspired her wrath. But when I met Michiru the next morning and brought it up, apparently, while in bed that night, some stupid little mistake she'd made a long time ago popped into her head. Unable to sleep from irritation, she'd taken that on me via email. And the mistake in question? Back in elementary school science class, the teacher had asked everyone to name any fish they could think of. So Michiru raised her hand energetically and shouted out, "Sushi!" earning the ridicule of her classmates. In other words, pretty much the most idiotic thing in the world to be losing sleep over years after the fact. Imagine, if you can, the exasperation and exhaustion I felt. Anyway, among all these messages, the only one to make me laugh was sent by Sakaki. I had assumed I wouldn't get a single email from her in the first place, so it was a bit of a surprise just to receive that message, but the real issue was its contents. To be specific, the message contained all of 4 letters. Test. Of course, one could interpret this as a condensed form of a more expressive message.
明日は原告のテストだね。ユージはちゃんと勉強してる？私はダメだ。なんか急に気になって部屋の掃除始めちゃったよ。そしたら中学時代の卒業アルバムが出てきたよ。中学生の私、超可愛いよ。まさに鬼ラブリー。今度見せてあげるね。バイユミコ。
But somehow, I think not. Probably, no, pretty much definitely. She sent it solely for the purpose of confirming that the mail would be delivered properly. That sort of methodical caution for its own sake seemed very much like Sakaki. I sent a concise "received" in reply to her message, and haven't received another from her since. Well then, who's it from this time? I opened the email folder on my phone with a feeling of mild embarrassment, but the title of the message is an instant letdown. Will you be my papa? From the title alone, it's pretty clearly spam. I have no idea where they get my email address, since I've never given it out to anyone but my classmates. But this sort of garbage arrives at a pretty decent clip. I work for a company in the business of information, and we've got a pretty nice database. But sometimes I think a bunch of people trying to sell me phone Viagra just might have the superior intelligence network. While reflecting on the spammer's frightening abilities, I pressed the delete button, but at that moment, my eyes jumped to the name of the sender, and I paused in utter confusion. From Irisu Makina. Makina? I canceled the deletion command, opened the bizarrely titled email, and quickly looked over the contents. Hello, this is Makina. Oni-chan, allow me to express my sincere congratulations on your continuing good health. In conclusion, this constitutes a formal announcement that you have officially leveled up from Oni-chan to Papa. Thank you very much for my consideration, yours truly. It's complete gibberish. The writing is all over the place. There are all sorts of strange typos, and not a single word is capitalized. Also, I have no idea what any of it is supposed to mean. Level up? Papa? What is this girl talking about? Well, I wasn't expecting any messages from her to be particularly well composed, but this is just too incoherent. Judging from this, I think it would take quite some time to unravel the mystery if we communicated through email. I type out a quick reply. I don't understand. Let's talk face to face. Okay? Send. Awkwardly tapping out a few short words, I send back my response. Makina's reply arrives in less than a minute. Jawohl! Jawohl! Why German? Does she want to meet in Valhalla or what? Anyway, it's pretty obvious that finding the girl and talking face to face is the only way this will get cleared up. Of course, even then, we're dealing with Makina here. Smooth mutual understanding may be too much to hope for. But at the very least, communication in person has none of the lag time of a text message. And unlike a phone call, you can give the other party a good smack when necessary. I hurry back toward the dormitory and my conference with Makina. "15 minutes later, I pass through the school gate on my way back to the dorm. As I'm cutting through the courtyard, I observe a bizarre object a little ways off. The rounded, soft-looking object in question lies slack on the brick-paved ground. To be more specific, it appears to be the corpse of a little girl. Or, if you prefer more idyllic phrasing, a young woman seems to have fainted. This can't be happening. I let the plastic bag fall from my hand on the spot and rush to the girl's side. With every stride, her outline grows clearer, until at last the figure of the collapsed individual comes into sharp definition. Unruly curly hair sticks out in every direction, a face as round as a dumpling, and the trademark touch of stupidity, knee-high socks of 2 different colors. In every particular, it's Irisu Makina. "Hey, Makina! What's wrong?" Makina is stretched out limply on the ground like a marionette out cut from its strings. When I lift her up by the shoulders, her mouth flops open to reveal a white stick. What is this? The thin white stick emerging from her mouth is clearly man-made, and it appears to be protruding from the depths of her throat. At a glance, it looks like the stick from a lollipop, but that can't be right, can it? Wavering between belief and doubt, I thrust my fingers inside Makina's mouth and pinch the white stick in question. I give it a hard yank, but whatever it is, it's lodged in there pretty firmly. God damn it. Working against my brute force attempt, the stick is not only short and difficult to grasp, but also slippery with Makina's saliva. It looks like it should pop right out, but doesn't budge. I'm reminded of the legendary sword in the stone. Little punk. Is this a trial? Pull me out if you can and you'll be recognized as the hero of legend? I again grab the white stick with my fingers, then give Makina's back a harsh thump, as if encouraging a baby to spit out something inedible. As Makina lets out a violent cough like a consumptive heroine from a Victorian-era novel, I pull the lollipop, mandarin orange flavor, free from her throat with a wet pop.
死ぬかと思ったのよさ。
Okay. How the hell did this happen?
いやお兄ちゃんが来るののんびりと飴でも舐めながら待ち構えていようかと思ったんだけど、なんか急に眠くなっちゃったのよさ。
Don't fall asleep with a stick hanging out of your mouth. It's obviously dangerous. I mean, how old are you again?
いやはや面目ないのよさ。
I mean, if I hadn't passed by here, might she have ended up suffocating to death?
くう
As if deliberately demonstrating her complete indifference to my concerns, Makina casually offers me the same lollipop that I pulled out of her throat mere moments ago. No!
そう？じゃあ私が食う。
Cut it out. You do realize you almost suffocated on that lump of sugar just now, right? Don't eat lollipops when you're moving around. They can kill you if you fall.
お？
Don't just sit on the ground. Eat the damn thing later.
もういちいち細かいのよさ。あまねえみたい。
Don't put half-eaten candy in your damn skirt pocket. You're gonna turn it into a sticky mess.
むっちゃ怒ってるよ。面白い。
What's so funny, punk? I might be noticing this a little late in the game, but is this girl mocking me? Calm yourself, Yuji. This is the way she is, right? Don't let her get to you. I press a hand to my forehead, heave a long, heavy sigh, and firmly rub my temples. And? You planning to explain what that email was about?
お？メール？
Don't play dumb. I'm talking about this. I take my cell phone from my pocket, slide open the screen, and hold it out so Makina can see. It's displaying the incoherent message she sent me just a few minutes ago.
おーおーほー。それな。それはあれよ。読んだままよ。文字通りの意味なのよさ。
And I'm telling you, I don't understand what it means. That's why I'm talking to you about it.
お兄ちゃんはあれなのかな。日本語が不自由な人なの？
You really shouldn't talk. Anyway, just tell me what you're trying to say here as thoroughly, concisely, and bluntly as possible.
私のパパになってください。
Papa? Yeah, that was definitely the title of the email as well, but... No, wait. What does she even mean by that? Tell me something, Makina. When you say Papa, do you mean a Papa, or...
そう。マキナのパパになってください。
What the heck? Are you seriously asking me to become your father? Or are you talking about more of a sugar daddy type deal? You're looking for money to play around with, and you think I'm going to give it to you.
そうじゃないのよ。お金はいらないのよさ。むしろ私のパパになってくれるならお金あげるのよ。
The hell? I'll give you money, so please be my papa? The hell is that? Every step I take in this bizarre conversation seems to be taking me farther and farther away from understanding the situation. Okay, hold on. Think this over calmly, Yuji. There's still a possibility I'm making some ridiculous mistake here. Before blaming others, carefully consider the possibility that you're the one who screwed up. I had that one beaten into me enough, right? Can't go forgetting it now. Okay, Makina. Let's calm down and talk this over, alright? Why do you want a papa, exactly?
私ね、パパがいないのよ。
Why not?
死んじゃったから。
I see. Sorry to hear that.
でね、結構前から企んでたんだけど、死んじゃったパパの代わりになるパパが欲しいなーってずっと思ってたのよさ。でもね、なんかこう
いまいちピンとこないっていうか、なんか違うなって人ばっかでね。いろいろ探してはみたんだけど、私のパパになってくれそうな人って全然いなかったのね。そしたらね、なんと好都合なことに向こうから来たのよさ。
You're talking about me.
わかってんじゃん。冴えてるな。
For the record, I'm mildly pissed off right now, but whatever. Go on.
でもね、すぐにパパになってくださいって言ったら変な子だって思われちゃうじゃない？それにすぐに飛びついて失敗だったら嫌だなって思ってたし、私もそんなに赤坂な女じゃないのよ。
Okay. I think you meant to say shallow there.
アロマのカリス。
It's Anomalakaris. No, never mind. Let's leave your pronunciation issues aside for the moment. Keep going.
だからとりあえずお兄ちゃんってことで様子を見させてもらって、この人で間違いないって思ったらパパになってもらおうと思ったわけなのよ。
That's the level up?
いかにも。
A long, heavy sigh spills from my mouth. She's trying to buy herself a father? I absent-mindedly massage the area between my eyebrows. I've developed a headache all of a sudden. Family isn't something you can buy with money. Doesn't everyone understand that? Then again, there are people out there who think they can erase their families with money, so I guess it's not surprising the opposite delusion exists as well. But more importantly, what in the world am I going to do about this one? Look, Makina, you seem to be working off a mistaken premise here. Let me clear it up for you, okay? A father isn't something you can replace with money.
Huh?
Spare me the ooh. Hasn't anyone ever told you something like this before?
いかんせん、父親を早くに亡くしたもので、そのあたりの機微には疎いところがあるという自覚はあるのだけれども。
What about your mother? She didn't explain any of this to you?
お母さんは私のこと嫌いだからね。
I see. I guess that makes sense then.
で、どうなの？私のパパになってくれるの？
Your papa, though. When you say papa, what exactly are you expecting me to do?
別に今まで通りでいいのよさ。私のことを守ってくれて、私のことを大切にしてくれて、私のことを愛してくれればそれでいいの。
Did I ever protect you from harm? Or take good care of you for that matter? And apparently I loved you on top of it all? News to me. If anything, I feel like I've treated her pretty roughly at times.
家族愛って一番強い愛情なんでしょ？
Hard for me to say. I don't have a family, so I can't really comment.
じゃあ一緒に家族について勉強していこうよ。私が娘になってあげるのよさ。
Figure it out, eh? They do say life is one long learning process, but in the first place, am I really qualified to play this game? Can an irresponsible man like me call himself someone's father? Does a piece of trash like me have any right to...
不安？
It's a brief sentence, and her tone of voice is casual, but all of a sudden, it feels like my heart is being squeezed tight in my chest. Uneasy. Yes, that's probably a good word for what I'm feeling right now, if a bit of an understatement. Do I have the strength to keep this girl safe?
大丈夫。お金ならあるのよ。ほら。
Makina reaches into her skirt and pulls out a number of crumpled, bent 10,000 yen bills, along with some smaller change. When I count, it comes out to 86,000. For a kid's pocket money, this strikes me as somewhat excessive.
足りなければカードもあるし。
The next thing to emerge from her skirt pocket is a gold card issued by a major credit company. Compared to the premium or unlimited black cards, I suppose it's something of a toy, but definitely not the sort you'd expect a kid to be carrying around. Hey, Makina.
今はそれしかないけど、お母さんかおばあさまに言えば、もっともっとお金出してくれるのよ。だから平気なのよ。
The golden plastic card quivers in her hand. What if he says no? In that slight, uncontrollable trembling, Makina's terror of rejection is all too clear. I think I understand now why she's trying to buy my affection. She simply doesn't know any other way to get what she wants. This is probably how she was raised. When she went to her mother to talk about her troubles, she got a wad of money. This should take care of it. So that was how she learned to solve her problems. And she never had anyone to teach her that was wrong. What can I do for a girl like this? What can the likes of me possibly do for Makina? So the game is giving us a choice here. We can reject the money or accept the money. I presume if we reject the money, we'll have to deal with the aftermath of potentially rejecting Makina's feelings. If we accept the money, we accept Makina's feelings and become her papa. A love interest of sort? I think Yuji made his feelings pretty clear, though, in the text before this choice. He does feel it's wrong to simply buy a family member. And he would want to show Makina a different way. Reject the money. Makina, listen carefully. I don't want your money.
じゃあ、やっぱりダメなの?
That's not what I'm saying. If you want to play house, I'll do it free of charge. I'm not the perfect human being you seem to think I am. I can't commit to becoming your father. It would be irresponsible of me to pretend I could. But if it's just playing at the role, I think even someone like me can handle it.
じゃあ、オッケー? 私のパパになってくれるの?
Well, a pseudo-papa, I guess. Since you never learned what a family is, we'll try to figure it out together. Would that be enough?
それでいい! っていうか、それがいいのよさ!
All right. Then let's leave it at that.
ありがとう、パパ! つつふかな娘だけれど、改めてよろしくなのよさ!
That said, I'd really prefer not to be called Papa this early in my life. And I think you meant fledgling.
スツーか?
That's the feathers on an arrow.
まあ、よくわかんないけど、とりあえずよーしく.
I take hold of Makina's outstretched hand and give it a quick shake. Most likely because of that half-eaten lollipop she's been carrying around. Her palm is sticky and unpleasant to the touch. You've got plenty to learn, that's for sure. When you raise something, sometimes you're the one that grows the most. And when you teach someone, you're going to learn a lot in return. Or so my master told me once. At the time, those words didn't really resonate with me. But now, I think I'm starting to understand. Even so, when I think about the rocky road that lies ahead, I can feel the dull throb of an incipient headache stirring under my temples. Hey everyone, J Square John Jeremy here. Thanks for watching this video. Be sure to click on subscribe and the bell icon to ensure you're kept up to date on the channel. Until next time, so long and take care.